Hey, good morning, guys. Wanted to shoot this because honestly, I'm struggling, and I wanted to share some things with you guys. I'm up here on Saturday. I'm up here most every Saturday and sometimes Sunday, and I know that's my responsibility as a business owner. But this last week has, in the last few weeks, last month, has been. I'm struggling, and I'm struggling because of people, and I've dealt with some customers that claim to be Christians, and when money comes into matter, it changes them, and it saddens my heart. I'm struggling because there's been some stuff out in the field that they just don't understand that thinks maybe we're somehow taking advantage of the guys out in the field. And if you hang on and give me time and give me some, this may be a long video. I might have to do two videos, but I want to show you my heart and know and let you guys know what's in here in my heart, and hope that you guys can see that. And I'll go through and talk about what this is and why it's there. And it's just know you guys, and I know it's hard for you guys to believe this, but and you can ask the guys who's been with me the longest, which I'll go over that in a few minutes. My goal every day is to make sure each and every one of you are working. I'm a people-focused company. I tell that to the customers. I tell that that's just how that's in my heart, because I know if I take care of people, God's going to take care of money. A lot of businesses are money focused, and if we were money focused, we would be making a whole lot more profit. And I'll go through that a little bit too, because I do give over and beyond. I do take care of people. I pay for workman's comp. I pay for, you guys don't know this, I'm paying for your general liability. Just because I know it's hard out there, and most companies wouldn't do that. But I still hear some grumbling out in the field, and it saddens my heart because I don't understand it, and I can only think it's because you don't know the back end and you don't know the true where my heart is. There's been some changes in the company, and a lot of that changes is because it was necessary to keep working, to keep you guys working. And one of the biggest changes was, moving into the back end of the business, to helping Tyler, with the construction side of it. And to be honest with you, and you guys know this, about 2, maybe 3 months ago, there was a lot of you guys didn't have work. It was spotty. You have 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. And through that process, it's because we didn't have enough jobs going. We had work, but because of permitting, because of mismanagement, because of things that happened, we took a hit of about $150,000, which I would have loved to give back to y'all. But because the overhead that we have and the amount of work that was jobs that were being run at the same time didn't match up. For us to stay afloat, to keep everybody and earn a profit to where we can hopefully give back more, do more charitable work. Of course, and I'll talk about my pay too, so don't let me forget about that. We need roughly 30 jobs going on any given time. And that pretty much floats everything. And sometimes it's a balancing act. And sometimes we have to start jobs not because we're disorganized, it's because I want to keep you guys busy. So let me talk about this board first. And again, I may have to break this up in several videos because there's a lot on my heart. And I'm really struggling. I'm fighting the battle of people and getting gut punched and seeing how people change when it comes to money, how people look at things differently, and how some of the workers that we have, some of you guys that think that I'm this rich guy that's leaving my house a hog, which I'll invite anybody to sit down with me. I'll go over my bank account. I'm a very transparent person. And the people who's been with me the longest, and I'll go over them, you can go talk to them. They can tell you where my heart is. So, when I noticed that we were taking a big dip, I'm gonna mention Josh Firm. He come to my office and he said, dude, I need work. And I was like, what? And that hit me hard. And so I immediately actioned, and I'm sorry, I'm a big crybaby, because I care. I care. And so what I did to make sure nobody fell through the cracks, again, I'm explaining this board behind me. Each project manager has a board, and you guys have a board over there, which I'll go over in a few minutes. And the first thing I wanted to do is make sure that we had enough work 3 days out. I want to start 3 days. And our goal is to plan more a week out. That way you guys will know the week's going on. Now, we're still working through making sure the project manager is getting you guys and advance notice, and we're going through that. So we got to work those kinks out, but we're heading in the right direction. But I think you've seen the difference of your work and how it's picked up and how you guys. I don't think hardly anybody's been at work. I think Ray's out because he took some days off, and now we're trying to get him back in. Ramon, our painter, Ray. But these little magnets, each person has their name on it, each. And I did this because I didn't want anybody to get left behind. Because I know if we keep you working, God's going to take care of money. It's just that simple. But I got to start here first. Most companies start down and look at the money and go, oh, we cut this person out, we can get this done. I don't do that way. So you have a name with us, and you have 3 of these for 3 days. And the way this system works is we'll go through all the jobs. Each project manager has a list of their jobs and what needs to be done on that job. And then we spend twice a week, we come back here with Tyler, the project managers, and we set and we go, all right, what work needs to be done? And we start putting these magnets on the board to make sure you have work. And if there's any laying on the table, that means there wasn't enough work for that person. And that's when you see me kicking the gear going, all right, we need to start a job. And I get kickback. Well, we're not ready to start a job. Well, we got to work on that. Well, I'm going to get better with that. And that's true. We're not ready. There's sometimes where you guys go on a job and it's not quite ready. And it's only because I'm trying to keep you working. I know in my heart, and this is my responsibility, that your families depend on me. That's a big, big, big burden. And I don't take that lightly. I don't. Because God's blessed me to be in a position that as a leader, I take that responsibility. And that's why I'm here on the weekends to make sure, I've got to go through, I don't know how many contracts today. I honestly don't know. And rewrite those contracts and get them out, because if we don't get them out, we don't get work. So I sacrificed in doing that. And again, in the long run, yes, hopefully we'll make a profit and I can retire. Then that's my goal, is to make sure I have a good retirement. But here and now, I can talk about my pay in a few minutes. But first and foremost, this is for you guys, to keep you working. And so when your names are left on the table and there's no work, I look at the board of work that we have, which right now I think we got 10 jobs, a little bit more. And I've got some signing this week, which is good. I'm so blessed that people are signing contracts. I'm like, wow, we're going into Christmas and we get work. And I'm like, that's cool. So to keep you guys working through Christmas, I'm like, this is really good, because the worst thing you want to be is out of work during Christmas, right? But that $150,000 was a hard hit. We're recovering. I was able to, in the last few months, to put another $50,000 back in savings that we made to help build that back up. But I try to keep a good savings for hard times, because there's going to be hard times. I don't line my pockets with money. But let me go through this list of you guys, so you guys have a name and you have a place. Let me stand around. I tell you what I'm going to do, I'm going to switch and start another video, because I don't want to get too long and get cut out. So I'm going to start over. Okay, I'm back. Man, I shot that long video and it didn't save. But Brian come in and had to pick up something. I said, how'd you know I was here? He's like, seriously, you're always here. So he's right. All right, so this is a board that has all you guys listed there. And if you ever have any doubt, there's a few of these. This one that's been with us from the start. And if you ever have a doubt with my character, what I'm about as a company, what I do, I stay consistent across the board. Take care of people, let God take care of money. Take care of people, let God take care of money. That's just what I believe in my heart. And if I take care of you guys, I take care of the customers, God's going to bless us all. So if you ever have any questions, Randy and his crew, they've been with us from the start. Wow, he was probably the first. And if you ever have any questions, reach out to Randy. He'll talk to you. Cody and Hayden. Randy and his crew, Cody and Hayden, love you guys. Ask them. Ask them what I'm about. I don't have to tell you. Ask them. Karen, been with us from the start. Ask Karen. if you have any doubts where my heart is, please, for God's sakes, reach out and ask the people who's been with us the longest. Anthony, brother in Christ, right here. Love you. Customers love you. Ask Anthony. They know. And we've been through our ups and downs, but they know I'm consistent. And so I'm going to go through this list and talk to each and every one of you because you guys are important to me. More than you can possibly imagine. I'm sorry I'm emotional because it's been a hard week dealing with customers that claim to be Christians when it comes to money. It saddens my heart. We're getting sued by the Cosleys, which is crazy because they're money hungry. I don't have an issue. God's going to take care of that. I'm not concerned about it. But so you know, we're getting sued. So the bigger you get, the more people want to dig. Anyway, so, you know, I know if I keep you guys working, and there's going to be some jobs, I don't know if I said this in the last video, there's some jobs we start, and it's honestly not ready. Honestly not ready. But when one of these names, one of your names, are laying on this table and there's no work, I go into immediate action. You can ask Tyler. She said, we're not ready to start jobs. We have to start jobs because we got to keep you working and keep this business rolling. And so there's some situations you're going to come into and we're not ready. All I ask is you suck it up, Buttercup, because I'm looking out for you, your family. I take my responsibility as taking care of you guys on a daily basis. It weighs on my heart if I don't have work for you. You rely on me, your family relies on me, your kids rely on me, your landlord relies on me, your home, to provide you work. And I don't take that lightly. And you know, and so let me say this, even when it comes to shirts, I've heard kickbacks about, by law, we don't have to wear shirts. Yes, you're right. By law, you don't have to. You're a subcontractor. Absolutely. And some of you guys don't know this, you know, you pay your workers' comp, but I'm paying for your general liability. And I'm doing that because I love you. And I know it's hard out there. And so I don't have to. Other companies wouldn't do that because that's a lot of money. I think general liability is right at $30,000 a year. It's a lot of money that most owners would go buy themselves something. Let me go through this first, and we'll talk about my money. And so there's no misconceptions about that. Let's see. Cody and Hayden, we talked about. Love you guys. Randy, love you, brother. Boys, Suit, you stepped up. I love you, brother. I'm proud of you. And Binky, love you, brother. You're getting better. Love you, love you, love you. And I hope I don't miss anybody. So Cody, Hayden, you know I love you guys. But sometimes you just need to hear it. I do love you. Jared and June, had some rough areas there, but love you. Your heart's in the right place. You guys do amazing work. You're very detailed, and I love that. Who we got next? Sean and Don. Sean, been a blessing to our company as you come along. Love to see you grow with it. Don, everybody knows Don's my brother-in-law, and love you, Don. And I want the best for you guys. And you guys, we put them together as a team, and it seemed like it's working out, and I hope it does, because yeah, I was hopeful for that. So I think it's really going well. If not, please let me know. Ronnie, love you, brother. We know we had our ups and downs, but again, my goal is to keep you guys busy. Sam and Anthony, the new crew on the town. Sam, love you. Love your heart, even starting at the gate. You're loyal. You know, that's what you say, and your work shows it, and I love you. Anthony, we go way back. Anthony was, worked with Anthony when I worked for another contractor when I was going through my personal struggles and my personal rebuild. And so I know Anthony was kind of forced back on us, and that's another story in itself, but I'm glad to have you. Love you, brother. Eric, the one man, stubborn Eric, love you. Everybody loves Eric. Customers love Eric. Does great work. Every now and then it has to do it over, but hey, overall, love you, and I love what you do for us. Okay. Tom's a new addition in Austin there. Tom, love you, brother. You had the right mindset, the right heart, and I can't wait to see where we grow together as in the company. Ramon, I hadn't seen Ramon in a while. Ray, I know he took off a few days and there's no jobs signed the board and I missed. So Ramon, if you reach out, let me see what I can do, okay? But I love your heart. I love your work ethic. I really appreciate that. Who else? Karen. I love you, Karen. And Josh Firm. Wow, we go way, way, way back, Josh Firm. And I know we've had our ups and downs with Josh. I care for you, and you do weigh on my heart, and I just want the best for you, and I hope you want the best for us. And as long as we're all doing great quality work, and taking care of customers, and don't have to go back, everything works out. That's just speaking to everybody. And who else? Brian was just in here, loyal to the fault. Love you, Brian. and not perfect, but you get up and you try every day, and you got your best foot forward. So love you. Who else? Anthony, level. Gosh, we've been through ups and downs, but consistently, I love you. Customers love you. You're a great presence for our company. LW, I don't know you very well, LW, but I hope to get to know you. I know you've been helping Anthony, and Anthony says you're a great asset to him. So, yes, so love you there too, brother. In the showroom, I don't know. So I think that's it as far as the guys. Now, we may have to bring on some new people. I'm going to stop this video and do another one. I'm back. Again, I'm doing this in longer videos, so I don't make sure it comes through. So let's talk about money and where people think I'm at. So, and if you have any questions, ask Melissa about this, and she does the books. This last year has not produced a lot of revenue for this company. I find myself giving away more money than I should, but I do know that God says the more you give, the more you receive, so that's what I live by. I do things that most companies wouldn't do, like I said, the liability insurance, fronting, letting people borrow money to get your workman's comp and pay back. That's a hit. I think last year my CPA said that we put out $30,000 in liability and workman's comp, and honestly, there's a few of them guys never paid us back. They quit, didn't show back up, but that's okay. And that $150,000 hit that we actually had another hit in the first of the year in our insurance side. It was mismanaged. That cost us about $120,000. So all that together, that'd been $250,000 that we could have done some great stuff and incentives and things that I want to do as we grow. And this new showroom is going to change everything, I hope. I feel that God's pushing in that direction. It's going to take us to another level that no other contractor is at. So we just got our permit approved finally after 4 months. That's another issue in itself. Our goal is to have it up by January and start really attracting the right clientele that we want to attract. And because currently we go on Justin, Workhorse, and he's our salesperson, and he goes on about 10, 12 to 15 calls a week, which is a lot. We have a business coach that I rely on because I don't know everything. And he asked me, he's like, you got one salesman pushing $8 million a year? And guys, we do $8 million a year. I don't know if you know that. We do $8 million a year. Wrap your brain around that, because I can't. I've never dealt with that kind of money. All the business I own never dealt with that kind of money. But there's very little profit. I think our profit this year projected is going to be 170, but out of that, we have to do the offset of the workman's comp audit that we got hit with this year. That's another hit we had. That's now it's a $150,000 hit that we have paid back in workman's comp penalties. So if you add that to that number, that'd been another $300,000, $400,000 that we could have done a lot with. So it's been a rough year. And in doing that, some of you guys think I live high off the hog. I live in a little subdivision across from Fort Yargo. My wife, that was her house, and she lived there, paid the bills. She works at University of Georgia, and God's blessed us, and so I don't have to have a lot of money to live off of. But my paycheck is $1,000 a week, and every now and then I'll take money but not much. I haven't took much this year at all. Previous years when we were doing well, I did build onto my house. I did take some extra money there, and I did some other. I bought the Tesla. I bought a truck because thinking that truck was going to help me, but the Tesla's absolutely changed my life. You don't know how grateful that I am that technology and God has blessed me enough to buy that $38,000 car, because everybody thinks it's expensive. No, it's the base model Tesla. I hope to get the bigger one day, honestly, because it's cramped. I'd like to have the bigger one. So one day you may see that, but it's only because we're doing better as a company and you guys are taken care of first. I've always said, I'm not going to eat till you guys eat. I'm not going to, go buy houses, do it until I know that you guys are taken care of. This new showroom, we're hoping to raise our profit margin so we can create more money to be made out in the field, because I know that good quality work, it's going to take good money to do that. And you guys are doing it, but just know I'm heading in that direction, and I'm looking out for all of us. $1,000 a week is what I make, and which is okay. I'm grateful, and we have some savings. My wife said she's been having us pull out of our savings. I said, okay, it'll be okay. We'll get back there. And so just know most everybody here is making more than I do. And if you don't believe me, I know it's hard to believe. Go ask Melissa. She'll tell you. She's not going to lie for me. She's not going to lie for anybody. She just don't. And so Justin's been a workhorse, and the coach, and let me go back to that. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. The coach said, that's amazing that one person pushes that. Now, he's got help on the back end. We help him write their agreements and stuff like that. So it would be impossible if he had to do it all. That makes sense. But just know we want to cut that down. We want to cut that down to, that we see 6 customers a week and we close 5 out of the 6. Right now we're closing about 3 out of 10, which is very, very good in this industry. But changing that showroom, we're going to start having people pay design fees and stuff before we even start. That way we know we're getting serious customers instead of tiger, because they're just looking for the best price and not looking for a good quality company to take care of their business. So just know, guys, I love you. It's been a rough week, and I hear these grumblings, and just know I love you, and I'm out for you. Every day I wake up when I got to make sure they have work, and so please bear with us. If you go on a job site and it's not quite ready, act like it's ready, or do something to help make it ready, because again, you're working. It's better than sitting at home. We could make the choice, so we're not ready, so I'm not concerned about one of these guys working. I don't do that. It doesn't work out. So anyway, and if anybody wants to talk to me, if you're struggling, if you need help, if you want to have clarity, if you believe all this is a lie, come talk to me, please. I know sometimes I'm short, and I don't want to be. It's because I have so much going on, so much responsibility on my shoulders. Some of this work I have to do, I shouldn't have to do, but it is what it is. So, I pray every day before I get out of that car, God, watch my tongue, watch my responses. And then I get caught in the trap, I would say the devil's trap of reacting when I shouldn't react, in a way. I've never screamed and hollered at anybody. I would say but very seldom you'll hear me scream and holler at anybody. I just don't do that. Now I'm stern, and my tone of voice comes across wrong, and I struggle with that at home, guys. Been struggling with that my whole life. But just know, my heart's in the right place. I'm working every day to change things that I need to change about me, because I want to be a light for Christians. And speaking of which, I'm going to stop this video and start another one. I got one thing I want to share with you. All right, so what I was going to say is a lot of you guys don't know, and I'm not saying this to brag or anything like that, started a prayer group, gosh, back when I went through my struggles. Facebook group called Barrel Prayer Warriors, and in that group, started out to meeting every Saturday to pray. It's every Saturday at the downtown Winder Gazebo, and it started out with a group of us. Now it's the one down to me and Barry, which is fine. But one message I sent out this morning, is how money changes people, and how, if we're believers in Christ, we should be a light. I struggle with that every day, and I feel like some of my tone comes across and pushes people away. But when I see that let me back up and say this. Basically what I said is, we live in a world that money is the motivator. It's what makes the world go round, right? It's a tool that we're supposed to have, but we get sucked into the trap of justifying things we do for the sake of money, and things that we do also as Christians, that we say we're Christians, that the lying, and I'm not saying anybody on this team. This is human nature. The lies, the dishonesty sometimes, the stuff that non-Christians look at and go, I don't want none of that. If that's a Christian, I don't want none of that. So, God needs disciples, and not that I'm a perfect disciple. I'm a long way from it. And I hope, my prayer is, as I get more time, I can get more involved with groups of men and really become that disciple, and have a discipleship here at work, which we talked about, to help in that area, to be one of God's soldiers. And so I say that in saying that, if you're a true believer, and our job as believers, as followers in Christ, is to draw people closer to Christ, not push them away. And sometimes our actions as humans, and especially as Christians, we're watched through a microscope, a telescope, our microscope, of people who want to believe, but they see this corrupted world we live in, and they have skeptical. And you've seen people in your life that are, wow, that they walk with Christ. I want some of that. But you've also seen people in life that claim they walk with Christ, and they do stuff you're going, I don't want no part of that. If that's what God's about, I don't want it. So my message is mine is every day, God, search my soul. Show me where I'm lacking, where I can do better, to be a follower of you, to be light for you, Lord, to draw people closer to you, Lord. And I struggle throughout my days because there's no excuse for it. Stress, overwhelmedness, just pure being burnt the freak out. That's another story itself. And so, just know, if you're wearing that cross, people are looking at us. People are looking at you. And just be the light. And it's hard. It's the hardest walk. I had lunch with one of the guys this last week, and he said, it's hard. I said, that's when God builds you. Walk through the hard stuff. And that's where we learn character, we learn integrity, we learn how to really rely on God. But if we dodge around the hard stuff, if we take the easy road out, that's when the devil kicks in. That's when he starts looking and prying and going, oh, you deserve that. Oh, you should do this, whatever it is, it causes justification. So I hope that helped. And again, I love you guys. It's just been a struggle this week. There's a lot of people who's let me down that are supposed to be Christians. A lot of gut punches I hear in the field that don't trust or think that I'm money hungry and I'm not out for money. God, that is so far from the truth. The closest people around me know that. I was telling my wife, she said, if they only knew what you do. And I sacrificed my wife, the time that I'm supposed to be with her. I'm sorry. And if it wasn't for her, God, I don't know where I would be, because no woman would put up with the amount of work I put in. Nobody. And I'm so grateful that she puts up with that. And anyway, I love you guys. I just want you to know my heart is for you. And I'm sorry, I'm a big crybaby. But anyway, I love you guys. God's got us. I 100% believe in that. I don't fear. Sometimes I get stressed out, but I know God's got us. There's no way we could have been to this point. And I don't know if I said this one bit, at $8 million a year, it's insane. But it's also insane that we're not profiting and not giving back. And God, I would love the money to, that $450,000 to go. And I'm going to do this anyway. There's a lady that older, lives by herself, and she needs some repairs. She can't afford it. I want to do stuff like that. Yeah, just to give. There's so much I want to do in that area. And I can't because I feel like I'm tied down here on a daily basis. I can't free myself up to go create, go work with nonprofits, go create our own nonprofit. I don't know, just where we can help. So I need your help to help me get freed up. And all that is the little things that we do, the shirts that you wear, the what you say about the company when you're out in public, how you share that, and the work that comes in. All those little bitty things help. Keeping a job clean, making sure you do great quality work, making sure you don't have to go back and do something over again, because those little things build on top of each other and they just help every little thing. So if you don't think the little things matter, oh, they matter a lot. And so getting your help with that will help ease up some tension up here. I know the management team here too, we all do our part. Everything starts working, and it is working, but there's got to be some freedom. We're stressed out, overworked, because we're doing too many estimates a week. Anyway, I'm going all day long. I love you guys. If you ever want to talk, I'm an open book. I'm so transparent. I will show you my bank account. I'll show you everything. I don't care. I just want you to believe that what I'm saying right here and now is from my heart. Okay? And it's true. There's no lies. I don't. God took me down one time, and I have a fear of God. I know everybody says you shouldn't have a fear. I have a fear. I know that there's consequences to any action. And I have messed up since then, and there's been a consequence every single time. So I am not going to purposely lie because I know the consequences of that. Anyway, love you guys. Have a blessed day. I'm going to go to work. I got a lot of stuff to do today.